A clip is going viral of a lesbian black woman that went to Gold's Gym. She then went to the locker room to change her clothes, as many people do when they go to the gym, and she was confronted with a man. Basically, that's what happened. So we're going to check out the clips that resulted of this. First of all, apparently she fussed about this, raised a concern to the gym about it, and got kicked out of the gym, and then later recorded a video in her car after the fact explaining the entire situation. So we're going to get into the story. Before we do that, remember to like this video and to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. So let's go ahead and start with the video where she is just after she got kicked out of the gym, where she's still there, but she's trying to let people know this is not right. Something has to change. Let's check it out.
Gold's Gym, men, grown men with big dicks in the women's locker room. And that's why I'm getting kicked out. And I want to make sure the girls know. The fuck? Everybody saw that man in the fucking locker room. No one's saying shit. And I'm fucking done with it. It's fucking stupid. It's dangerous. Me naked in front of a man without my permission. But I ain't the one who gets kicked out the gym, y'all. I'm terminated for not wanting men in the locker room.
All right, so that is the first clip of everything, of the result of her getting kicked out of the gym initially. So this is kind of crazy because everybody's kind of standing around like, what in the world is going on? Because they're not aware of what's happening. But if you'll notice, like a lot of the guys are looking at her, but some of the women are just kind of going on about their day, not really caring exactly what happened. What she's trying to point out is, guys, there's a man in the gym, and because I don't feel comfortable, they're kicking me out of the gym as a result of this. So after the fact of this whole incident, she went to her car and recorded a longer form video, basically explaining everything that's going on through her mind and kind of the entire situation of it. So let's check that one out as well.
I just had the worst experience ever at the gym, at Gold's Gym, and I think this is probably happening at gyms across America, where like trans women are going into the women's locker room and not really caring about how women feel about it. And it's really hurtful, yo. Like, how you gonna say you want to be a woman or that you are a woman, but you don't give a fuck how women feel? Today I was naked in the locker room. I turned around and there's a man there in boy clothes, lip gloss, standing there looking at me. I'm butt naked. So the first thing I think is maybe there's a worker in here. Maybe I missed a sign. I say the word sir to say, sir, what are you doing in here? He goes, don't fucking talk to me. I'm a woman. I have a right to be in here. Immediately, I'm fucking pissed because I'm butt naked. I feel violated. I feel like weird. Like, I don't want to deal with this, right? So the girls are walking in and they're seeing the commotion and they actually chime in and say, yo, I don't know why he's in here. He's not supposed to be in here. And then I talk to the people that work at Gold's Gym and they don't really have anything to do. They just like, oh, we can file a report about it, incident report. What the fuck is going on? Like, listen.
I mean, the thing is, like, Gold's Gym is not going to do anything about that. Surely because they're afraid of the mob turning against them at any point in time, because these people are literally mentally ill. And I heard someone talking about this and they framed it perfectly. These are people that are mentally ill and they are using the whole trans thing as a way of trying to express that mental illness. That's what's happening. And the problem is that you can't tell these people anything because every single time they're going to wind up trying to go after you and they will literally cancel you. They will ruin your business. They will go after your family. You know, they will go after everything. These people are absolute crazed lunatics and they are everywhere in these types of places. Now, I'm not sure where this was. I'm not sure if this was in California or what state it's in, but this is happening right now. And she makes a good point. Why is it that you claim to be a woman, and you have these people saying this on Twitter? I see this all the time where they're out there saying, well, trans women are women, trans women are women. They always want to say that. That's their little tagline, their catchphrase that they like to use. But these trans women that are apparently women never care about women's actual issues. Remember, they hate J.K. Rowling, and J.K. Rowling is kind of the same opinion that, look, they have a right to exist, they can do this, they can do whatever they want, but don't infringe on women's other things that they do, like their personal spaces, which is the bathroom, like other areas where women primarily at. Don't expect to just jump in there and expect to be considered as a woman. And they hate J.K. Rowling for that. They do everything they can to cancel her, to attack her, because she is a trans exclusionary radical feminist, which I hate that term, because she's not excluding anybody. She's just simply saying that they don't belong in women's personal spaces. And that one opinion alone takes somebody that is a complete Democrat that hates Trump and that agrees with them on 99.9% of everything else. But that one thing is the reason why they're willing to cancel her. That's what the gym is afraid of, because these people are absolutely crazy.
How can you say you're a woman or you want to be a woman and you don't care how women feel? That's nothing more manly than not giving a fuck about how women feel, I'd like to think. And I get it, like, everybody has their own things, and I don't want to say that I know everything about gay rights or trans rights. I'm a lesbian. I've been a lesbian my whole life. I treat people how I want to be treated regardless of whatever their sexual orientation is or whatever they decide. So I'm not transphobic, and I'm not homophobic. I'm not straightphobic. I'm not racist. None of these things. I just believe in treating people how I want to be treated. Why do you guys think it's okay for men to be in the women's restroom? And like, when is the cutoff point? Is it like, oh, you cut off your penis, you can come in here? Why aren't women making the laws? And if you really want to fucking be safe and feel good, why don't we just make trans restrooms?
Well, the reason why they don't want those specific trans restrooms, which was something that was brought up years ago, is because they don't want to feel like they have some separate little area. Remember that what they want is to be considered as a woman. They want all of the women's things. They want it for themselves. They don't want their own dedicated thing that would allow them to not encroach on the privacy of real women and men. They want to actually be considered as a woman. Like, they don't want the distinction of biology. This is something that's been a long time coming for a long time. It's kind of crazy that she is a lesbian and is actually somebody that's talking out on this. And because at the end of the day, over the years, this has been something that has been happening and boiling over for a while, where it started as something very just simple of, well, we just want to be able to live our lives, and that's it, and nothing else. And then all of a sudden now we need to be able to use the bathroom that women are using. And no, we don't want a separate bathroom. We need to be treated like women for our own mental sanity, that even though they're crazy as it is. That's what's taking place. These people have continued to add on what they want. They don't want that. They don't want to be considered as trans. They want to be considered as women, and that's it. And that's what it's turned into. And it's just nothing but a blatant lie that even a lesbian doesn't agree with.
Because it ain't right. The way I feel right now. And don't come into my comments about he gay, he ain't looking at you. I don't give a fuck, bro. It's about a feeling, yo. Like, if you never been a little girl who been touched or been through some shit, you won't understand that feeling. And you've never been a little girl.
Right. So, and the other thing too is, like, they're saying, well, you know, somebody might make the excuse that, well, they're gay. You don't know that. There's a lot of these guys that are out there that are transitioning to women and then still claim that they like women. Like, this happens all the time. And then now they're a lesbian because they're technically a woman and they're trying to tell other women, so she's supposed to like that, even though this person does not, is not an actual biological female. It's so backwards when you start to do this, and then the mental gymnastics these people jump through to try and justify this mental illness is absolutely insane. So this is a crazy video, not just because of what simply happened, but because you have a person that is a part of the LGBTQ thing, is a part of that community that is saying this is not right. But this person is going to get vilified for this. Make no mistake, because J.K. Rowling is vilified for this. Anybody that doesn't or pretends like they are not okay with this is going to get canceled by the left, no matter who you are or what things you can stack on top of that to give yourself victim points. They don't care. If you disagree with them on this thing, you're done. You're canceled. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments about this whole situation. This is the picture on the right of the person that was in the locker room. Obviously looks nothing like a woman at all. Clearly, it doesn't take rocket science to figure that out. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. But with that being said, I will catch you guys on the next one.